Hey, welcome back to another RSG stream, our lunch stream, as it were. Welcome, I'm Ranger J19. Oh my god, sorry, daughter came back. Mike, run!
Yeah, they're both here. It's very loud. I am going to try and escape from it.
Use necessary force, lethal if necessary.
Yes.
Oh, and that threw me off so much I forgot to mute my phone as my YouTube started playing and stuff. Oh my god, Mike. Oh,
Good afternoon.
Yeah, welcome to the lunch stream. And of course, that's our good friend Mike crossing the pond. Now, poor Mike is feeling sick today, so he's kind of taking it. He's got the man flu. I don't know what that means, but apparently he has it. And he's having to deal with swearing daughter and the other swearing daughter and all kinds of stuff today. So, Mike, do the best you can. I'm serious. Use lethal force if necessary to get them away.
I'm very tempted.
I understand, Mike. I understand. Also join us. We got the crew here. We got a lot of people missing. They're out doing their thing. You know, Finn's out with his brother doing the whole. He's getting married thing. So Finn's supporting his brother in Virginia. He'll be gone pretty much till next week. So it's just the normal crew for the lunch stream that we have. We got our boy Grim the mechanic.
Howdy.
And, of course, the apprentice, Saintly Red, who was on the Wednesday night stream last night and did a pretty damn good job. Saintly, we may have to replace Finn with you.
All right.
Sounds like, yeah, okay. No, we can't do that. Everybody's part of the crew. We're family. We don't do that. It's like Mike with Sweary daughter. I mean, they're family. You know, yes, you have to use spells and magic against her, but she's still family, right? You know?
Yep, apparently the oldest one's just popped a spot as well. Yay.
Okay, so now we have double the pleasure, double the fun. More swears for everyone. Yay!
You weren't looking. Dad, pull your camera up. You're on a Skype call. You can turn video chat on. Show her fucking chin. Show her.
All right, let's see what Mike, go ahead. They were offered, so let's look.
We both got one there. They wouldn't be able to tell.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, do it. Let's just see their eyebrows.
They wouldn't know. No, don't. I feel bad.
Oh, the whining. It's not worth the whining, mate.
We had this fucking kid.
No.
I'm going to mute.
Mike.
You're not telling Dad because he's on a call.
Oh, God.
What's up, dudes?
Well, I was about to introduce you, Grande. I saw you pop in there. I was like, hey, look, everybody, it's the Chicken Chaser, the French tickler himself, Grande Patron's here. Yay! What's going on, Grande?
Oh, man. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. I might have to leave a little bit early. I have to prep for a presentation that I'm giving.
Oh, presentation to who?
Oh.
Chicken Chasers of America?
No, it's a real life thing. Probably about 80, 85 people down at one of the community centers. So go figure. Spent all
Is there free food involved?
There's not free food involved. I wish there was. That would be super epic, dude. No, but it's right after lunch, so that way we don't have to provide food for everyone. Go figure.
Are you giving a speech on the pros and cons of using leather jackets and chicken chasing?
I wish it was something funny, and I wish it was something.
Is this one of your builder association meetings? Yeah,
that's what I do, right?
Oh, you're part of the.
It's a big part. Yeah, I'm in the real world. I'm definitely very much a part of that. Yes,
I know you are.
It is. People need houses. People need houses where they don't have to give up children in order to live in them. It's a big deal.
It kind of defeats the purpose of having a home if you have to give the children away.
Anyway, it's just so as passionate as I get about this game, you guys can only imagine how passionate Ranger and everybody knows how passionate I get about crap in real life. But yeah, I'm pretty passionate about it.
He is.
So go figure, right?
That's right.
Grande might get excited about something every once in a while.
Some people might find that appealing. Yeah. Sorry, I know I'm putting a
that's for you totally fine.
Something, but ironically, they've both the food as soon as I speak.
That's how you get them to be quiet. You just put food in front of them.
So you fed them and you're good
Some
now.
people might like what? What? And what?
Oh,
you mean?
Lord.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's
God.
where
You have to give
geez.
your kids out to
No, you mentioned their
You
names.
spoke too soon. You spoke too soon,
so
Mike.
lost without us. If
What?
it weren't for us, Mum wouldn't have stuck around. You wouldn't get your dinners cooked.
Oh, my
and
God.
your
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Here we go again.
Mike, throw more food at them. Damn it.
Yeah.
Chickens.
Oh, yes, chickens.
There's cheese in the kitchen.
Give them a roast taco.
Yeah.
Give them a roast taco or some chickens. It'll be great.
Anybody have a Big Mac, for Christ's sake? Help Mike.
A Royale with cheese.
Dad.
Oh, swear he loves McDonald's.
Oh.
McDonald's.
Oh, God. Mike, what have you done?
No, McDonald's is fucking. Yeah.
Oh, man.
No,
it's
KFC is
only
the best of those three.
Oh,
Only good
God.
McDonald's is only good if you have
in other
a
news,
burger that's made fresh.
Yeah.
You have one of the ones that you can.
How is your TW going?
Well, we're getting ready to start. We won our last couple ones. We learned our last one, and so we're all set up for this one and ready to rock and roll.
Who are you facing?
Well, if we look, I can go over there. Without revealing our strategy.
Yeah, I don't want you to reveal the strategy. Yeah, just hit the name at the top. If you can.
That's we are facing the Alliance Pie.
Okay, that should be a good matchup.
Yeah, the last one, we've been having really close matchups because we were pretty much,
both you guys and them are very strong guilds.
It is going to be really good.
A fun one and maybe even a nail biter. So for all of us spectators, we'll like it a lot. For the people in both of those guilds, it might be a little stressful.
It's a little stressful. Well, usually we've been facing a lot of European guilds lately, so it's been interesting.
I think Pi has quite a few Europeans in it.
Yeah, so it's weird. So what happens is we start off a little slow because all our guys are at work, and they, a lot of West Coasters, right? And so they get in late. So as soon as the match starts, they start just clearing the first couple of zones, and they get a big lead. And then overnight, I wake up in the morning because I usually go look for JTR and CLS teams. I'll usually get 2 or 3 wins that way, and then I'm done, right? I save my teams for that specifically. And then I'll look, and then we're like going in the first or second zone. They've got to the ships, and I'm like, okay. And we don't even stress out about it anymore because then all of a sudden everybody gets home, and then the next time in the morning we've taken the lead, or they're freaking out.
Or made up the gap. Right?
They wake up and they're like, what the hell happened? The last one, it was pretty cool because we cleared them, and they hit one of our walls where they just couldn't get through it. So it's going to be interesting to see, how it works. It's really it really is a strategy point. I mean, I think they finally found the balance with territory wars. With
it is. You want a strong defense, but it is a lot about offensive efficiency, I guess you would say.
Because we've won some matches where we both cleared, but because we were more efficient. That happened when we were facing you, Mike, and when we fought your guild, Mike. The efficiency is what got us over the hump because we both cleared each other.
You really don't have much.
No, tell them to go eat food and be quiet, Mike. I'm trying to get some insightful information from you.
Does she? I mean, I love her to pieces, but does she ever close her mouth?
No, she doesn't.
I mean, I like to talk a lot. Ranger likes to talk a lot, but eventually we run out of stuff to say, and we have to be quiet so we can listen to the other person.
It's the one that I'm saying don't invite on there. I've seen, can we have Dancing Daughter as well? And Dancing Daughter, I've always said, talks an hour and a half into her sleep and an hour and a half before she wakes up.
Oh, man.
That's what you do on a stream in a football.
Mike, that's insane.
Yeah, but if you're in a group, you have to allow other people to talk. That's the concept you haven't grasped yet. Mm-hmm. It's not a monologue, it's a conversation.
It's not a monologue. There you go. It's not a monologue, right? Oh my god. Oh my gosh, dude.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it used to hang down where the bone was.
But yeah.
You know,
who are you guys facing? It's gonna go around the corner.
Oh, who we okay, yes. Who are we facing?
Who are you facing?
I'm about to find out. I know I had to deploy. I hadn't deployed everything. Yeah, it's all loading up.
While you're doing
Loading
that,
Cantina.
Ewokin donated $1.99, and he said, "Be excellent to each other." That's a great point, Ewokin.
Okay, so that has to do with Ewokin and I having a little conversation in our chips chat. I posted the Bill and Ted's be excellent to each other.
Like the kid you got sent home. Well, we tried to send him home. Temperature 41.55.
And Ewokin was saying how that was his favorite movie. He and I were having a good chuckle.
I'll come down in about half an hour and give you a hand with dinner. Yeah, we'll do it together.
Oh.
While we're streaming.
Yeah. So, Mike, did you figure out who you're fighting yet?
Team Steroid.
Team Steroid.
Okay. Well, we are fighting one of the Team Instinct guilds, and I think they already figured out which one it was, but I haven't.
It's not Bravo, right?
It might be. I don't remember. I think somebody said it was Bravo. So I think that's who we're facing. But not a whole 100% sure. Well, strong defenses, more efficient on offense. That's really
comes down to.
That's the strategy, right? So
Timmy Ratio said, "Can Grande shout me out?" Grande, can you shout out?
Who am I supposed to shout out?
Timi Ratio. I know that's Timmy or Timmy.
Timmy.
Timinis. That's from Dark Lords. That's one of my guild members. Absolutely. What's going on, Tim? Hope you're having a great day.
More than glad to do that. So we don't have a roster review. I was going to do GW, but then, like an idiot, payout late last night. Everything reset. I did what I normally do, and then I woke up this morning.
You simmed it.
Yeah, I simmed it, and then I woke up and went, "Oh,
Lord." Well,
so you know what? We're just going to do questions today. You know, I don't have a roster review and don't have a GW. If you have questions specifically for like Teens for Territory Wars, you know, that kind of thing, by all means, throw those in there. We'll be more than glad to answer them. Stanley's doing a great job. He's scooping those up as we speak, and we'll get into those.
I saw a new game that's coming out in October that looks pretty cool. It's coming out for Xbox, PlayStation, computer. It's like a Western style MMO / like single person or first person shooter, and it's totally Western style, like from the 1890s. I saw an ad for it, and I was like, "Holy cow, that looks awesome!" Like, sometimes those reviews that you get in the beginning, they don't quite pan out. Whenever you're looking at the trailer, they don't quite pan out as well as they do in real life. Let me try to find the name of the game, but I was looking at it, I was like, "Oh, that's
Wild West Online."
It was super neat though.
Well, while Grandy's looking that up,
yes.
I hope everybody's getting ready for May the 4th. I just got my first order executioner done, so Cantina, I'm just going to finish up Spy and Super Pooper Trooper, the Commando, and get those guys done for my crew, and then those will be done. I was thinking about doing Spirit, but I'm like, nah, I'd rather do the crew. I don't need Spirit. It's not that important. And so, yeah, just going to finish these territory battles and keep rocking and rolling. I'm still getting crap mods. I was looking at the mods in the store again this morning because I've got tons of credits in both areas, and I'm like, is there anything I want to buy? And then it was like, no, nothing there piques my interest at all. I really don't. You have to avoid the temptation.
I picked up a couple of speed triangles, a gold one and a purple one.
Sure.
Both with crit damage on them.
Yeah, see, I had one that was like tenacity. I'm like, no, I'm not getting that. You know, if I see a speed of crit triangle, yeah, I'll get that. You know, but those are hard to come by. But hell no. Let's see here. So let's get to some questions. Let's just get into it. Stanley, if you would be so kind, sir. And and
No sanely.
sanely died.
I have a question for you, Ranger.
Oh,
My question is, have you seen that Humble Bumble backpack they've got that's like all Star Wars related that came out this month?
Humble Bumble Pack.
Yeah, Sanely posted it. Sanely posted it in our chat.
Did he? Well, let's take a look at it.
Actually, it looks like sanely DC'd.
Okay.
He's no longer in the call.
He is no more.
Yeah, that is the game. That's the game that I was talking about. Right
Let me
there.
pull
here we
this
go.
up. Humble Bumble Pack. Let me.
Yeah, I think that's it.
So let's see here.
The Humble Bundle. It's pulling up.
So you can get Battlefront 2.
Oh.
I think that's the original Battlefront 2. The Star Wars Empire Strikes Back Gold Pack. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic Sith Lords. That's kind of cool. These are like $3 or $4, right? Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. You can get Lego The Complete Star Wars Saga. Star Wars
Commando, Jedi Knight Kennedy, Force Unleashed.
What's the Academy? That looks cool.
That was a game that came out. That's what was it? Who's the hero in that one? That was I'm going.
Star Wars Republic Commando. That's where you see Delta Squad.
Delta Squad. Yeah, that's one of my favorite Star Wars games right there.
Star
Dark Forces 2.
Yep.
Yeah, TIE Fighter, Star Wars X-Men Alliance.
I've never seen the Rebellion one or Rogue Squadron 3D.
Star Wars Starfighter, God. TIE Fighter Special Edition.
Some of these are wicked old school games.
Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3D. I remember that game. God, that game was so good. I mean, it was just ships, but it was so fun.
Anyway, that's kind of a cool deal, right?
That's not a bad deal at all.
Yeah. So there's some good stuff coming out for the new movie that we can all play with.
Now, how this? Okay. These are much older games. That's why.
Oh yeah, these are all old games. Yeah.
That's why they can sell them like this.
Yeah. Battlefront 2 is the original Battlefront 2, not the current one. Obviously. But it's kind of cool, right? I mean, Humble Bumble is a way to they've put out some really great packages before, and they've got a really great package now, which is pretty cool.
That's what she said.
Well, yeah, she always says my package is pretty cool.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it works out well that way. All right. Somebody said last night that Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes had an update in the App Store, but I didn't see it. Did you see it?
Is his mic on a drone? Someone controlling it. It kind of comes in and then it goes away.
What?
I said, is your mic on a drone?
Yeah.
No, is it really that bad?
Well, sometimes it sounds like you're real close, and then all of a sudden it sounds like you're sitting, 2.5 miles away from your mic.
Okay. Sorry. I'll try to talk clearer and into the mic. How does that sound?
Fabulous.
Ranger just puts up with me now. He doesn't even bother complaining anymore. He's just like, screw it. It's grande. It's going to be screwed up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I managed to gather up the questions since Sanely disappeared on us.
Okay.
And actually, he said where he went. And I just now caught up to it. But the first one's from Keyboard the Planet Eater.
Uh-oh.
Question. I got a Zeta Palps lead today.
Hey.
Who would be a good idea to get next?
Well, for context of with what keyboard to complete the Sith team, I mean, are you looking just other teams in general? We would need a little bit more information than that keyboard. Like, who do you have done and who do you not have done? I mean, it's awesome that you got that, a Palpatine done, but if you're talking about the Sith team itself, well, who are you running? Your arena team?
Yeah.
What about your other teams? I mean,
Sith team. I mean, if you're trying to round out the Sith team, the Sith team typically is going to be something like, Emperor Palpatine, Vader, Nihilus, and then potentially Thrawn, and then the fifth one could be something like Scion, or it could be something like Sith Trooper. You've got options with that one, but I don't know if that's what you mean. You also can throw a couple of rebels on there if you don't have those characters done yet. So you have choices, but we kind of need to know where you're sitting with the other stuff, or if that's the way you want to go.
Yeah.
She says she's looking to improve her roster for the Sith raid.
Okay.
Well, then we haven't found Sith being super awesome in the Sith raid, as ironic as that sounds. Typically for the Sith raid, you're looking at a Jedi training raid team. You're looking at a Imperial Trooper team. You're looking at some kind of Chex Mix team with OG Han and CLS and Chirrut and Death Trooper. And then typically you're looking at a Night Sister team, a First Order team that might go into P4. We've seen some pretty good Akbar teams for P2 that run Akbar if you're not quite there on a Chex Mix team, or you're not quite there with troopers. So Sith Raid is different than Arena. I would say that Emperor Palpatine is more of an arena-based character at the moment than he really is great for the raid per se.
The other one that you possibly look at, although I mean it covers a few areas, is the Rex-led clones with bays.
Oh, that's true for P3 or for the end of P4, right?
For the end of P4, yeah. Because if you Zeta 5s, that's the only Zeta in the squad. Oh, actually,
but they fixed it now, right? They fixed it where you can't do that loop anymore, right?
I think it was they fixed the Cody lead, didn't they? I don't think
they went back and reworked and said that that the Zeta 5s doesn't work in the raid anymore like how it used to.
Oh.
That was in the last update, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yes. I'm just remembering now that it's saying that you didn't need a Zeta on 5s for it.
Correct.
But you can still hit like 2 million.
Yeah, you could still do
plus.
good if you do a really good. Although I got to tell you, those poor clones, man. You know, I mean, it's hard for me to tell somebody to go all in on clones to gear 10 or gear 11 because it's just where else are you going to use them?
Give them some guns. Give them something that actually takes the enemy down. I mean, that's what they're meant to do, and that's what they're not doing.
Well, you know, I feel like, and we've said this before, right? Part of the reason why we haven't seen very many more clones has everything to do with the fact that, you know, Rex lead is so good. I mean, we were just talking about Delta Squad. If you saw the Delta Squad characters come in, I mean, it'd be Rex lead and the 4 Delta Squad members like every day of the week, and that would be Arena right there because of all the turn meter, and you'd end up with a taunt then. And
I was looking at my Arena. And there was a Zeta Palps lead first, and then the next 4 slots are all Rex combos. It's
all Rex, and I've found that to be the case as well. The reason why I think that's the case, and I've said this before, is Emperor Palpatine is a very RNG based team, right? It's all based on can you land the debuffs. Can you land the shocks? Can you land the stuns to make it all work? Rex lead kind of takes RNG out of the mix a little bit because it definitely removes a lot of debuff chance that happens on your team. So that's the reason that we all talk about. Yes, the TM is great. But I think it's a combination of the TM gain and the fact that you've now also removed a level of RNG from the game, and you've removed a level of RNG from your match. Is the reason why Rex does so well.
You know, I'm tempted to try out a variation of my original Nihilus lead, because if Rex keeps, if Rex takes over at the top spot, then that's just open for Nihilus. Don't crit, don't proc the TM, and just walk through them all.
Yeah, and you've got Dispel on the team, potentially with Nihilus and Scion on the team. You're removing all of the you're not critting, and you've removed all the tenacity up from the team, right? Because you got an AoE dispeller and you have an individual dispeller. You could easily say that that's the whole reason why Nihilus came into existence, right? Was Nihilus lead basically kind of neutered a little bit the Rex lead. And we've seen this happen before. I mean, it's always a paper, rock, scissors, right? So you can go back and forth between whether or not you're running Palp lead, or you're running Nihilus lead, or you're running Treya lead, depending on the leader that you've got on the other side. Yeah, it's super, super good.
I don't know. I still run Palp against Rex teams, but usually my Thrawn is faster than Rex, so I just fracture Rex, and it's a walkthrough.
I understand that it can work. I'm just saying that it doesn't always work. And if someone's got, if someone has plus 120 speed, plus 130, plus 140, plus 150 speed on that team, you're going to have a heck of a time trying to do that.
Yeah,
You can make Rex faster than Thrawn, and you can make Rex faster than Nihilus. You can effectively make it where he's the only one he's slower than potentially Vader on the other team for first turn. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying there's guys that have done it.
Yeah, I agree.
Boy, that was a really long-winded answer for who should I farm next. I'm done with Palpatine. Sorry.
Okay.
That was the most long-winded freaking answer I think I've ever given. Sorry.
On to the next. JVU 420. Question: Ranger, will you stream when you buy Bosk?
This is what? No. Nice try.
The other answer to that is he actually going to buy Boss?
I'm still on the fence. I really am.
Yeah.
I'd say wait until after the marquee, because you'll get to test him out in the marquee.
Yeah, I mean, he looks really good, but I mean, is it worth that kind of investment? And I don't know.
What do you think, Mike?
I think he'll make the bounty hunters. I suppose the same argument was, did you invest in crew? And in hindsight, would you have?
I mean, Crew's amazing with his ship and everything.
Right. But would you have spent $200?
No, I still wouldn't have. I still wouldn't have. Because so characters that legendary characters, things of that nature and that level. Does Boss kind of fall in that? He's a marquee character. Will he be really good? I don't know. So I don't want to just spend money just because he's in the game, just to do it, right? You need to be, and we try to stress this to you guys a lot. Don't just spend money to spend money. That's ridiculous. Unless you're just filthy rich, which I am not.
Or you have a personal relationship with the character.
Sure.
I mean, we've already said that if, for example, if they came out with Revan, Ranger would spend for it. Even if Revan, for whatever reason, was more of a PvE-related character versus PvP, you just really have an affinity for that character, and so you'd spend on it. But let me ask you this, Ranger: do you have a personal relationship with Boss?
No, I don't.
There you go.
I mean, he's cool, but I just don't. But I can leave emotion out of it, other than our Lord and Savior Revan, hallowed be his name. But Boss Kit looks pretty damn good. But I've Experience tells me that there's been characters we thought were going to be amazing and they didn't turn out to be amazing.
And then there are characters we thought were going to be garbage and they were great.
Yeah, so you just have to be really careful, I mean, it just is what it is. And I'm still working on my bounty hunters. I mean, they're nowhere where they need to be at, I mean, but I'm working on Night Sisters first, I mean, I could start gearing some of my bounty hunters up right now. I could take them
on target.
But I'm not going to. I'm sticking. You know me, I always stay on target, bro.
I know.
So, Night Sisters are a priority. I'm finishing docking Talzin to Gear 11 and some of the other ones, and I got Omegas to get. I want to finish the Night Sister team. It's just that simple. Saj has her two Zetas done, so the next Zetas will go on Talzin and Daka, and then I'll have my team ready to rock and roll. I'm farming Night Sister Zombie. Of course, that's going to take forever to get her to 7 stars. Good God. But
I'm done with it. I'm done with her.
Mm-hmm.
But even for me, and I bought a little bit out of the shipments. It still took me a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those characters. Like, good God, So, but yeah, it's Talzin, Wicket, Zombie. I haven't gone to Rose or Holdo. I mean, that's what we mean by staying on target, guys. You have to do it. I did it when I did First Order. I've done it for every team I've done. It's like get them done, get them to at least Gear 11, and then you can use them. I don't even mess around. It's like, get the gear, find each piece. The other exception to that rule right now is the First Order Executioner. I'm working on getting him to Gear 11. He's 7 stars now, so it's like, I want to get him to Gear 11. So not this territory war, but next one I can throw him in my team. So it's just a matter of finishing up his last 2 pieces of Gear 10 to 11, and then it's off to back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm throwing him on at Gear 10. Already.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I was
I've got good mods, and I've got the Omegas sitting on him, so that's why I did it, right? But it's everybody's got a different choice, right? Everybody's and every guild's different too, right? I mean, so
yeah, he's done with his Omegas and stuff, so it's just a matter of getting those last 2 pieces on him. I just like him at Gear 11, so that way my First Order team.
I totally agree with you, but yeah.
All right. So
all right,
next question.
Keeper of the Planet Eater. Question: if you were a puppy, what breed would you be?
A Sith.
So if you were so Ranger, if you were a dog, what kind of breed of dog would you be?
I would be a wolf.
So what kind of wolf would you be?
I'd be what are those northern wolves called? The ones up in Alaska.
You'd be a wolf?
I'd be a wolf.
That's cool. Mike, if you were a type of dog, what would you be? You'd probably be a British bulldog.
I was going to go for a Rhodesian Ridgeback.
There you go.
Rhodesian Ridgeback. Okay, I like that one. Saintly Red, if you were a dog, what kind of dog would you be?
I don't know. I guess a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
Okay.
Grim, if you were a dog, what kind of dog would you be?
I'd be a dingo.
Oi.
You'd be a dingo?
4 brothers!
So
that sort of throws me off. I said this the other day and someone was laughing because I was like, it's funny how the clones in Battlefront and everywhere else, they're from New Zealand. I didn't know New Zealand was in the Galactic Republic. Interesting.
If I was a dog, you guys know I'm really big on dogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I was a dog, I'd be a Dutch Shepherd, and which is basically kind of a cross between a Belgian Malinois and a German Shepherd.
Nice. I just want to say for the record that my form of dog, which is the progenitor of all dogs, I would eat you.
You would eat me.
Cocker Spaniel, creamy.
Creamy. Oh my God. Okay, next question.
Camille Buhalski. Ranger, what do you think about 4-dot mods?
Oh man.
Really? Next question.
They're good for zombies.
Let's not go there.
We've talked about 4-dot mods before.
Extensively.
Affinity's a big fan. I'm not a fan.
I'm not either.
Ranger's not a fan. I mean,
there's some valid arguments in certain cases. So
totally agree.
Certain cases, especially if there's speed on it for a 4-dot mod, right? Especially as a newer player, there are scenarios where you want 3-dot and below sell. Period. Just sell it. Get your money and get better mods, right? There are certain situations that 4.mods, if they have certain speed on them and you're hurting on mods, yeah, of course there's but you really want to keep
double digit speed.
Has to be double digit.
Double digit speed 3 dots and double digit speed 4 dots. I could see you holding on to for a while.
Right.
But besides that, you're probably, I mean, it's not a long-term mod for you. It's probably a 6 month to a year mod if you were a brand new player, that you're going to have anywhere on your collection. And the longer you keep going, the less and less of them you're going to use.
Right.
216 galactic power, switching from a 4 dot to a 5 dot.
Yeah.
It adds up. But there are scenarios where you can use them. But really, guys, focus on those 5 dot mods. I'm telling you, you get more bang for your buck. It'll be worth it in the long run. But yeah, until then, you have those placeholders. You know, do it. All right.
Nathaniel Miller, anyone going to buy Episode 1 Racer from GOG now that it's available?
No. I mean, that game was fun back in the day, but it was kind of... I don't know. It got boring quick. I remember playing that. I was like, "Oh, it's amazing!" And then I was like,
"Yeah, that's the pod racing one, isn't it?"
Now, this is what I call pod racing.
That was actually a really good game.
It was a good game, but it's the same thing over and over. You know, it's just different maps and different. It is what it is. It's kind of a cool game. I'd play it maybe for nostalgia. And be like, "Yeah, I remember why I got bored with this," because it's just kind of the same thing over and over again. You know. So, but it's like a lot of racing games back in the day. It was fun. You had it, you played it, and it was cool. But then it's like kind of got repetitive, you know, very quickly.
It reminded me of the old Wipeout game, just Star Wars. You remember Wipeout, don't you?
Yep.
I like that game.
Did they ever have this Episode 1 Racer in like arcades? Because I kind of remember playing it at an arcade.
I believe I don't remember if they did or not. I mean, some of the arcade games that I remember, there was one. So the first one I remember was the original. Whoever made it was Atari, I think, had the one where you were actually flying the ship in the Death Star run, but you basically control the cursor trying to shoot everything, right? I think some of the other arcade games, there was one I remember where it was 3 phases, right? You sat down, you had the joystick and stuff, and there was 3 scenarios where your ships, right, for each of the 3 battles of the movies, right? You had the battle with trying to get to the Death Star run in New Hope, and then you had the battle on Hoth, you're an airspeeder, and then it was Return of the Jedi. And it was interesting because in between you had like lightsaber battles and stuff, like you face Vader and stuff. But you had to use the joystick to block. I mean, the game graphics were really cool and stuff, but you were just basically...
I remember a really cool game, I don't remember what the name of it was, where you were on like a speeder on indoor. You remember this one? You like had to dodge and stuff?
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
I like that game.
All right.
Next question.
Bing Skymaster, what teams does everybody say for offense in Territory Wars?
I think that's subjective because everybody's guild strategy is different.
I would agree with that. It's incredibly subjective.
And who do you have, right? I mean, different guild levels have different teams.
Night Sisters.
And it's the teams that we haven't said for defense, right? Which means, and it's easy. You could easily say one of these teams that we said for defense could be an offense team, right? And it really depends on what but you don't see a lot of people throwing Rex-led teams on defense.
No,
right?
It's a waste.
You don't see a lot of that. What are some other teams you don't see on defense?
Rogue One.
I don't know, man. I actually like Rogue One as a defense team.
I don't. I think it's too easy to overcome.
If it's double Zeta Gen,
I've got the Zetas, and I still don't like it on
really
defense.
Okay,
because it's a really strong offense team in the sense that you can really go in there with that team And sometimes you have a choice. You can either go in with the full Rogue One team, or you can separate it out, right?
Right.
To use to dip bits and pieces on it, right? So if like I'll use my CLS with the Chays, OG Han, and like Ahsoka, and go in and kill somebody, right? If I put my JTR on defense, and vice versa. So it just depends on what your guild is trying to do. Depends on your guild's roster. What can you do, right? A lot of GPs, I think, under 100 million stuff face this dilemma where it's like they don't have like what some of us have, where it's like we have basically all the roster. We can pick and choose where we put our defense and what we're doing with it. So when you have 50 JTRs, it gives you
make a great defense team, but they also make a great offense team.
Right. So it just depends on what your roster allows your guild to do. That's the most important thing to remember. And when you get above, like we're at 150 million GP, basically everybody has everything. And it's basically you have to, and then it becomes more of understanding what is the counter to the to this team and what you should go in with, right?
And what mods you should put on it,
right? It gets down to the nitty gritty.
And the entire 5-man team this way or that way, right?
So I mean that's the big thing. So you have to really. There's so many things into it, and you want to be efficient as possible. Those guilds that are on 100 mil GP, they're having to sacrifice some zones with some trash teams, right? Because they can't put all the same teams that me and Grande's guilds put on defense, right? Because when you're at 150 plus level, it's basically meta team, and then usually in the back walls, and it's like a Sith or something like that, right? There's or a Phoenix team, right? There's one or two zones in the back that are like, it's just basically a placeholder, because you still want to have people with with you don't put everything on defense because then you're not going to win. So it's like Stratego in that sense, but yeah, it's different levels of guilds have different dilemmas. So I mean, it's a pretty broad question, a pretty broad answer.
Agreed.
Oh, Goosey Lucy. Hey, she says there's bonus drops are up in Australia. Oi!
Last TW, he ran into a back wall of nothing but Zeta Malls.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
It works.
Yeah,
I forgot how much of a pain in the backside that squad is to fight against.
I mean, I go in there with my Biggs and Wedge and Akbar and Stormtrooper Han and stuff, and go in there and usually we'll face that team. It's like, okay, all right.
But that team can be tough, right?
Yeah, it can be.
We're used to fighting against a mall team with like R2. Yeah. You may not have R2 available because you put R2 on defense. So how do you fight against that team without what we would consider the traditional counter to a mall team? And you got to really think about it. You put these. It's like what Ranger said. It's like Stratego. You place this crap on defense, which means you don't have it on offense. So what's another thing you could use?
Yeah, I mean, I usually get 5 to 7 wins. Depends if I miss ships or not. Typically. But 3 teams that I have set up is to beat JTR, CLS, Emperor Palpatine. 3 meta teams, right? And then I've done my part and plus for the guild, right? And then I sit back and wait until we get to those ships. Then I'll go get 1 or 2 ship victories, and then it's like, okay, whatever's left over. If the guild hasn't, way they've been going to wiping everything out, where it's like, oh my god. Last year, I walk in, I had like 3 or 4 victories. I woke up and we were just about to clear everything, and I tried to get in, and everybody was already destroying everything. I'm like, no. it's like, God dang it. But so it is what it is, and that's why I'm working on Night Sisters, because that'll give me yet another team to take out a JTR CLS team. It's just like that's what I live for. I want to be able to get 4 solid victories against their meta teams, because I don't care about trash. Anybody can beat trash. because you are going to find a zone here or there that's going to be trash. You're not, all the zones are not going to be meta. And so I focus mainly on that, having really good, strong teams, which is what you should do for territory wars, is have those 4 to 6. I mean, you want to have 6 teams, right? 3 that you can play on defense that are really strong, like crew team, first order, things of things of that nature, and then 3 that you have really good on offense. Ships is ships, I mean, it's just, that is what it is. All right, let's get to another question.
Yep.
Keyboard the Planet Eater. Question: how much is it to 7-star a capital ship?
How much is it? I don't know the exact price range. I think it's 1 million credits, right? All the ships are 1 million credits. Or it's a little bit more. It's 2 million.
I think it's more than 1 million.
Yeah, it's credits. 2 million, I think.
Yeah, 2 million.
Yeah, regular ships are 1 million. Yeah, 2 million for the capital.
So save your credits in case something new comes out.
Yeah, I've got credits.
I'm at 1.4 million.
Ooh, I'm at 10.5 million, and I don't have any. And I'm
at 5.5 mil. So yeah.
And you need the gold.
I'm at 26 million.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean,
odds insanely red. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You need the gold ship ability mats for the capital ships as well, don't you? Because it's all well and good.
Today, by the way, from the store, just when we were talking about how garbage they were, I walked in there and I had a gold mod, like a speed diamond that was showing 5 speed, and it procced 16 speed.
That's good. That's excellent.
I was pretty happy about that one.
Yeah.
Mine don't work out that way. I get a 5-1 and then it procs to 10, and I'm like, you bastards.
I thought I bought 5 or 10 before I got that one.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Bing Skymaster. My CLS defensive team is CLS, Raid Han, R2, GK, and Stormtrooper Han. What CLS teams do you all run on defense?
Ooh.
I like 2 teams, and Grundy, you can give me your opinion, and everybody else give your opinion on this, right? There's 2 ways. You can go CLS with OG Han, with Old Ben, Captain Solo, and Ahsoka Tano. That's one, right? You have lots of protection.
Fulcrum Ahsoka Tano.
Fulcrum Ahsoka Tano, right. Or you can go CLS with Chirrut and Baze, with OG Han and Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum. There's a few combinations that you can go. You want that CLS team on defense with those teams where they can regenerate their protection and their health and things of that nature, and that team allows you to, those kind of combinations do that. I like the first one better because it's a pain in the ass to deal with, right? With Captain Han in there, during the match, if one of your characters die, the first thing he's going to do during that match is he's going to revive. And once that thing gets turn meter, it's a pain in the ass to take down, So
I like Captain Han. I don't like OG Han on defense. That's just me.
Yeah, for that team specifically, it's what I run. So
yeah, I think OG Han is more of an offensive based character than a defensive based character. I mean, he's my climbing buddy in arena, which means I run him better than the AI does. And and if I run him better than the AI does, then that means he needs to be under operator control, which is my control. Because if not, the AI is going to stun the wrong freaking person, right? And that's no bueno. So I always run him on offense. But I do agree with Captain Han Solo completely. Chirrut and Baze, another great choice. Fulcrum Ahsoka Tano, another great choice. Old Ben, another great choice. Even GK. You want even GK Zaris, believe it or not.
I don't like them on defense because I think they're an easy kill for a CLS team or JTR team, because the team that I run on because you remember, you don't want to just put your super duper team on offense. You have to kind of mix and match. So I will use Rex Lead with General Kenobi, with Zaris, 5s, right? And Nihilus.
Yep.
That's an automatic win. And you don't even get them to gear 11 and you'll be fine. I mean, that team
that's interesting. I never put Rex with GK Zaris.
Oh, I do. That's an automatic win because they just cannot, when you're facing the CLS or GTR team, it's like, yes, do whatever you like. You can't kill me. I can kill you. I win. You know,
It's
and
like I said, we all have different theories. The other thing too is it matters where we're at in mods, and it matters how close we are to having those characters maxed out.
right.
And sometimes people have those characters maxed out, and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
And sometimes they have the right Zetas, and sometimes they don't. The other thing too is we could easily get one or two characters. This happens all the time. The developers release one or two characters, and when they release one or two characters, some team either goes in favor or out of favor very quickly in Arena or in TW based on one or two characters coming in or going out. It happens all the time.
Yep. So for CLS specifically for that question, that gives you some ideas.
Yeah, what I do with my CLS defensive team is I go a modification of the Titan team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I ditch Raid Han and I put in Cassian instead.
You can do that. That's a good. He's a pain in the ass to deal with. You could definitely do that. I could see that perfectly working out. And someone's cooking.
I mean, I hate Rebel Scum, but Cassian is freaking awesome.
Mike, you know you have two daughters there. Damn it, you're sick.
Yeah, and yet I'm sick, and yet I'm the one that's cooking. I know. What's that about?
Yeah.
Meatballs. But just to not quite redress, but the meatballs were all made by Swery.
Okay. Well, she shake and bake and she helped.
No. It was sort of the raw mince, the minced beef, and I think she toasted the bread before she blitzed it for the breadcrumbs to go into it and seasoning.
Oh,
that was proper job, mate. Proper job.
Well, Swery daughter gets a cookie.
Yeah.
Good job, Swery daughter.
Yeah. I tell you what, Swery and Keyboard would really, really get on well.
Yeah, because they would just eat all the time. Their metabolism's out of control.
Yes.
Talk about all the food they like to eat, and then
similar age as well, I believe.
Yeah, they're the same age, 18.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you need me to mute? This is getting loud.
If you don't mind, yeah.
No, not at all. Sorry.
All right. And just hear the sizzling and stuff like that. All right, let's get a couple more questions in.
Yeah, it was making me hungry.
I know, word.
Stama Osbuff. Sorry if it's already been asked, but are you guys putting together a Sith Raid walkthrough?
Yes. It's going to be at least till next week before we can put that out, if not later, because Finn's just not here. So I know he's been asking for footage and stuff, but yeah, you know what? We've talked about it, right, Grande? Putting that together. We just have to get the footage and everything. So yeah, we'll get that up eventually. Did Grande leave?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just stay tuned for that. So
soon, right. TM.
Soon, TM. Well, there's been a lot of stuff and things that get dropped on us, and so we push things back and stuff. So we'll go back in and do that and talk about some. We need to go back and relook at Rancor and AHT because a lot of people watch those videos and really like them for different teams, especially for newer players. It's really helpful, but when you get to the upper echelon, like the questions we get is like, how do you full clear these? What are the teams? It's like, oh, crikey. Okay, we'll do a video. All right, next question.
Ray's side piece. Question: are you guys saving today's refreshes for tomorrow's drops? Debating how many refreshes I should drop.
I'm saving mine. I don't know when the update's supposed to happen. I think reset's going to happen. So I've been very stringent with my crystals. I'm about to get some crystals for it, but I got first order done. So really I'm looking at here's just some farming I don't really need. So it's like, do I really need to spend crystals on crop? The only ones I will do for Canteen I'm being specific about, but for Towson and Wicked stuff, oh yeah. That's
all I can say is don't get your hopes up because Goosey posted
Oh,
that
I know.
it started in Australia, and like the guild currency that drops.
Oh, I don't care about that.
The event currency that drops in Cantina, it's a 33% chance to get 25.
I don't care about that.
So it's like,
Yeah, it's not a big deal for me. But the double drops for Towson and Wicket and Zombie are going to be huge for me, and so I'm going to be going those crystal refreshes to get those characters. That could really help getting those characters done. I'm trying to get them to 6 stars right now, and Zombie to 5. It's like, God, so slow, but this will be a big boost in getting those characters done. All right, next question.
Dylan Parker from Pineapple. Question: I just unlocked Hermit Yoda. I plan on putting a Zeta on his strength flows through from the Force.
Mm-hmm.
But is there any hidden use in placing a Zeta on his unique do or do not?
Look at old Hermit Yoda.
Yeah, that Zeta is the one where if something dies, Hermit Yoda's cooldowns are refreshed and he gains 100% turn meter, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect to run with Night Sisters.
You know a team that he's really disgusting to run with? JTR.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Think about this. Jedi Training Ray. BB-8, R2, General Kenobi with Hermit Yoda. Ow! Try to kill that team. So, but you want to do his unique first, right? Or so he's got 2 uniques. So which one do we recommend for them to do first?
Oh,
well, he only has 1 Zeta, right? No, he's got do or do not and strength flows from the Force, right?
I did strength flows.
Yeah, strength flows is the first one, and then do or do not. It's really good because do or do not is 100% turn meter. However, strength flows is it's not that the other one's bad, it's just that this one's really good. It's a really, really good one. To get that protection health up, it just makes it a pain in the ass. So Hermit Yoda is something, when I get him to 7 stars, I'm going to pop him on. I've already got him gear 9, but as I said, I'm working on Night Sisters. Once I get him 7 stars, then I'll go full on his gear and get him done. And then I think Zeta-wise, because I want to get, I'm kind of debating, because Mother Towson's unique is necessary for the Night Sisters team, but I'm like, but if I do Yoda first, I could put that on the JTR team. I don't need the other one so much. I'm just thinking territory wars and stuff. So this is something I'm kind of doing the number crunch on.
Ranger, the drops for May the 4th, it's bonus drops. It's not double drops. It's that they're given extra characters for hard side, character shards for hard side.
Oh no! There's not double drops. I thought they were going to do double drops as well.
No.
Well, but
you can buy the crystals cheaper.
But no. Well, then I'm not doing anything. I don't need any of those characters. Oh, God damn it!
It's Finn's fault.
I'm just going to do Battlefront. God damn it! I was all excited. I was. Well, crap. I mean, those characters are nice, but not doing double drops. I mean, come on. Damn.
Good.
We didn't get double drops last year either.
I thought we did. I could have sworn we had double drops.
The year before that we did, though.
No, I'll use that.
Well, crap in a basket. Damn it. All right, let's do one more question. I'm all depressed now.
Okay,
sorry.
What?
I just said sorry, Ranger, for bursting his bubble.
Yep. King Castellan. Shout out.
Shout out to King
Also,
Castellan.
Yeah, shout out. If each RSG member was someone on the Jedi Council, who would each member be? Extended RSG crew works also. Xylo, Saintly, Mike, etc.
Well, let's kind of ask each other to pick somebody else, and then what do they think? So, if you guys thought who I'd be on the Jedi Council, who would it be?
Yoda?
You think I'd be Yoda?
Who's the one that looks a bit like the Kill Bill martial arts teacher?
Oh, the one with the long head?
Come on,
Yeah.
I can't say his name.
See, I don't know
Keanu
their
Mendes.
names.
Yeah, Keanu Mendes. Thank you. I was getting tongue-tied there.
He's wise and hairy.
Jesus. He's wise and hairy. Fantastic.
And he does a spanking impression of Yoda, apparently.
I was not aware.
See, I wouldn't be able to be on the Jedi Council because I wouldn't be able to put up with all that crap.
Well, if it's posed to us, so I guess I'm. You really think that fits my personality? Okay, so I'm Mr.
It's just that you can do a good Yoda impersonation.
Okay, so that's why I'm him. Okay, who would Mike be, guys?
Jar Jar.
No, Mike, it's not a Jedi or a Sith.
Or is he?
Nathaniel Miller said I would be Quinlan Voss. I don't think Quinlan Voss was on the Jedi Council.
No,
he never was. So unfortunately, not just Jedi, it's just specifically Jedi Council. Well, let's figure out who's going to be Yoda. I mean, if we're going to pick somebody from the crew that's going to be on Yoda, who would that be?
Finn?
You think Finn would be Yoda?
Grande.
Yeah, he's the Mod Master of Wisdom. Yeah.
What?
All right, who's going to be Mace Windu?
Mod or Mod not.
Mod or Mod not. There is no try. Who's going to be Mace Windu?
Say you, dude.
Who?
Ranger, man.
Oh, you think I'm Mace Windu? Okay. So I'm Mace Windu. Grande's or is Yoda. Who is Finn gonna be?
Finn is that chick that's in the library. What was her name?
I want to read a lot.
Oh.
I didn't. You just scratched my hand before I got there.
Oh God.
The caster knew.
Our records.
There you
It
go.
doesn't exist.
Who's gonna be Kenobi?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Mr. Beardy.
Yeah, I think that would be Loki.
Okay, who would I be?
I figure out who would you guys be? I think you'd be Plo Koon.
Okay.
Tits would be who?
I would say Ayla Secura, but she's not on the council.
No, it was what's her name? The
Luminara?
Luminara. Yeah, I can see Tits as Luminara. And then what's Grim? Who's Grim gonna be?
Sifo-Dyas.
He was on the Jedi Council, so yeah. That means we have to kill Grim. He would be on the council if he was just.
Pong Krell. Was he on the council? I think he was, wasn't he? I don't know. It would probably be one that would had to have turned to the dark side.
See, Zyla would be who?
I don't know. Is there any stoner Jedis?
There's almost not a stoner.
Sure sounds like one.
Jeez. No. Boy, oh boy. I don't know.
I'd say we missed one. Mike could be Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I can see
Mike
Mike as Obi-Wan. Hello there.
Oh, yeah.
He could be Mr. Beardy.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
That's right. That's Mike. Perfectly.
I'm speaking with a hot potato in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
So we need to find...
Okay, Xylo can be Kit Fisto.
There we go. Okay. Eefkoff. Okay, we're done.
That's such a dodgy name.
All right, so that's all we have time for today for this edition of the lunch stream, or the newly named Lunch Jedi Council members. We have convened to answer your questions, given our knowledge and wisdom, and now we will go eat. But thank you for joining us, everybody in chat. Hope we answered your questions. If you have more questions, then feel free to join us in our Discord. It's got over 1,000 people in it. Really great group of community and people that are there to help you answer your questions. If you need information about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes or any of the other games we're playing, you're more than welcome to come join us in there and ask your questions. Don't be shy. No one's going to be like, oh, that's a dumb question. They know better, because then they'll get banned. Yeah, we're there to help you, especially newer players, even older players. Sometimes we, as older players, you just get in a dilemma, then it's good to have a discussion on what you should do. Also, if you're watching this later on, you can on YouTube Red. You can follow us along with the chat and then recap everything that we just did. Or if you want to, you go to iTunes Store and download us as a podcast. So that's always good. And then if you would like to support us, you can. Usually during the stream, you can support us with Super Chat or with sponsorship on the button. Super Chat, you donate anything. Sponsorship is $4.99 a month. And then if you watch this later on and you'd like to support the content that we're putting out, feel free to donate the support our channel button on the YouTube homepage. Remember, we also have merchandising, and we use, again, that all goes for you guys and back into the stream. So if there's some swag that you like, that we have a lot of swag out there right now, feel free to go and check it out. We've got a link to there as well. And then pimp your stuff. We have a channel where people take photos and pimp their RSG swag. It's always cool. And we also have a channel if you have an idea for something we can put together on a t-shirt and stuff. Put it in there. Finn scoops it up, looks at it, and then we kind of do that. So everybody have a great rest of your day. Tomorrow will be May the 4th, so we'll be doing a lunch stream tomorrow, and we're going to do a huge Battlefront 2 stream. So make sure, the best way to find out all this information is to subscribe, guys. Make sure you subscribe, give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow, helps support, and get us bigger. Make sure you're telling everybody all about us, all your Galaxy Hero buddies. Pimp us in your guild, get the word out. Let's keep growing. Let's keep rocking and rolling, and that's what it's all about. So on behalf of myself and the entire RSG crew, Rondé the French Tickler, Grim the Mechanic, Stanley the Apprentice, and of course, the poor man who's sick across the pond with the two daughters that swear more than sailors at a bar, Mr. Mike Hunt. Mike, I'll pimp your stuff since you're cooking. You can check Mike out on his YouTube channel at Mike Hunt, SWGH. And he's got a lot of videos up there that you guys can look at and support as well. So everybody have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your lunch. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's almost the weekend. So it's time to do what we do. So we'll holler at you later. Peace, and we'll see you next time.